Hey there, my fellow Kages. This is Ace Kage Mottes, and today we are going to be completing the Wisdom Only S rank objective for the Gengo Impact Raid, a crafty technician. What do you guys think of that? You guys are Kages with me. So yeah, we are all Kages. I am Ace Kage, and well, you know, we can work something out there. Okay, now the under 28 objective, if you have not checked that out yet, you should definitely give that a look. It's gonna help you out a lot. Under 28, no pearls, okay, for this S rank mission. I will link that in the description below, and at the end of this video I always link 2 videos you guys can check out as well. Now, do not worry if you do not have Shukaku Gara or Zabuza, alright, because the main thing that shines in this raid is AoE damage dealers that are purple, okay? So, for example, you can bring the purple Tayuya. The free-to-play purple Tayuya will work also for this raid. Max leveled, of course, always max leveled. If you guys check out my under 28, you're gonna see that I also used a Tayuya there as well. She was the green max limit broken Tayuya, but she worked really phenomenally for this raid, guys, okay? So yeah, so you can bring that purple Tayuya. Let me see if another one you can bring. I mean, Jirobo has an ultimate that's the purple Jirobo. He had the free-to-play one. He has an ultimate that is also AoE. So I mean, you know, if you can find any other AoE units, you know, bundle Sakura also. She's AoE. She has AoE jutsu for these mobs. That's what shines in this raid. So keep that in mind, guys. Bring AoE units, meaning units that attack multiple enemies at once, units that do splash damage, that hit more than one mob at one time. You guys get what I'm saying? At the same time. Okay, now the Soku or Ro, I believe it's either one of them, they can spawn on their second map, okay? In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Ro should, oh yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Ro should be spawning on this second map, okay? So they spawn on the third wave. They're the third wave. So it's the first wave, second wave, and then it's the third wave, guys, okay? Keep that in mind. So they will be spawning soon on the second wave, on the third wave of the second map, guys, okay? Keep that in mind, and you want to be ready for them. Want to be ready for Ro or Soku. As you see there, Soku ended up spawning this time. She's in the bottom. She starts at the bottom, so you want to nuke her fast and take her out quickly. You don't want to bother stalling with her. No point. You can kill her fast, especially if you have strong units. As you can see, I have CM2 Sasuke. CM2 Sasuke is really good for this raid, guys. I definitely advise that you bring him along for this raid, and you'll see why, especially when dealing with Gengo. You will see why, especially when dealing with Gengo, why it's better to bring CM2 Sasuke, guys. Okay, so we are stalling here a little bit. As always, I speed up the stalling for you guys, so you guys won't have to wait as long. I'm just showing you how I heal up and get my chakra, and at the same time get my my health in order. Everything is good. As you notice, I'm not using pitch black eyes a lot. Please understand this. Sometimes you don't need to use pitch black eyes. You can stall with Sasuke and not use his jutsu. Especially in multiplayer, it can take a little longer if you keep using pitch black eyes to stall, and it can get a little annoying for some people. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Don't use pitch black eyes too much. You don't need to use it all the time if you're stalling. It doesn't matter if you take a little hit, okay? That's why people are healing, okay? It won't do nothing. So we are already up to the boss, guys. We are already up to the boss, and we are only 4 minutes in. That is how long, 5 minutes in. That is how long it took us to fight this battle. It's always this boss that takes the longest because of how it's set up. So first we're going to start off by splitting these units up. I want Gengo at the top area, and I want to have the bottom area to the Sasuke and Zabuza, okay? I also want to be able to have an area where I can heal You see where I can stall and heal while at the same time keeping Gengo away from my healers. You guys get what I'm saying? So that's why I have them at the top. Now, what is the strategy that I'm doing here? Well, if you guys haven't imagined it yet, since I'm bringing Shukaku Gaara, as you can see, Gengo is using his jutsu, and look at that, he just boosted 3 of his minions at once, so that can be really threatening to us if we're taking all that damage. But I am using pitch black eyes to not receive all of that damage at once, okay? I'm letting the units build up at the top while keeping the bottom under control. You guys get what I'm saying? I'm letting the units at the top build up while keeping the bottom under control so that I can nuke them all using Shukaku Gaara's jutsu. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I'm letting them build up so I can nuke them using Shukaku Gaara's ultimate, and we are about to see that in a bit. As you can see, it is getting a little crowded at the top. It is getting a little crowded, but that's my plan. And notice they're not targeting my healers. You see that right there? You can keep them all at the top, guys. You can literally keep them all at the top. And I've also noticed that the minions do not do that much damage. They don't. They do a decent, okay amount of damage, but they don't do that much damage as Gengo, for example, does. Now, if you're using bravery units, that's different, but this is wisdom only. So purple only. Okay, now here we go. We're gonna nuke them all at once. Check this out, guys. I build them all up at the top, and boom, just like that. Check it out. Look at that. Look at that. All of them are gone. Just like that, guys. Yep. We were able to nuke them all. Now, if you had Tayuya, purple Tayuya, she would be really good for that as well because her jutsu is AoE, okay? And it would hit a lot of them at once and probably kill them all at the same time, just like I did with Shukaku Gaara. See right there? So yeah, guys, you want to keep that in mind. You want to keep that in mind that you can use that purple Tayuya. You can use that. And if you have other ideas for purple units that have AoE, like I said, Bundle Sakura has an AoE. Any other units that you can think of. Right now, it's not coming to me too much. But if you guys can think of anything, you know, I think Itachi, okay? Purple Itachi, the 5-star one, he also has an AoE jutsu. That could work as well. So yeah, guys, you can use those units, but I'm showing you how it's done with this, and as you can see, we were able to clear the map. Now, the good thing is that if you survive long enough, they will stop spawning. The minions, his minions, Gengo's minions, will stop spawning entirely. They will no longer spawn, you will no longer have to deal with them, and you will be left alone with Gengo, okay? So that's what we are aiming to do. We're aiming to stall out the process of his minion spawning. That way we can stay alone with Gengo, and it'll be a lot easier to deal with him. So we're playing it safe regardless because Gengo does hit pretty hard, guys. And notice how I'm keeping the minions away from Gengo so that support jutsu does not help them out. You don't want him to be boosting everyone else and himself because it'll just be more of an annoyance, more of a hassle. So you're best keeping Gengo as far away from his minions as possible if you can. Because if not, just like you guys saw earlier, he boosts them all and then it's a problem. Notice how I used my Chidori Sasuke's jutsu, but I didn't get close to Gengo. I instead did it far away. You see that right there? That's playing strategically, guys. And now at this point, I'm going to use my other Sasuke. Remember, I want my healers to be free. So I'm not using the Sasuke that has the healer. I'm using the Sasuke that doesn't have the healer. That way I can I'm using him primarily. So that way I can keep him on Gengo, the one that doesn't have the healer under him. And I can keep the one that does have the healer free so I can heal with him. See what I'm doing there? So yeah, guys, it's all about, you know, even your team building, you're gonna want to plan it out as well. Where do you want your healers to be? Where do you want your, you know, your jutsu sealers? Whatever it is you're bringing, where do you want them to be? Okay, it makes a difference depending on where you place them on your team. See what I'm saying there, guys? Notice I have not used CM2 Sasuke's ultimate yet because I'm trying to play it safe. I'm not trying to do any risky moves. CM2 Sasuke's jutsu is not strong enough to nuke him fast enough, alright? And Gengo does do a lot of damage with his jutsus. So I don't want to take the risk of just, you know, unloading on him and risking playing recklessly and taking more damage than I need to. See that? So that's why I'm playing a little safe while at the same time conserving my health and keeping it at a safe level, at a safe amount. How have you guys been doing in this raid? I'm always interested to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys think about this raid, your opinions on this objective. I know that's for some of you, maybe this objective was really easy, but then for others, I know it was pretty challenging, okay? And well, you know, let me know what you guys think. If like I said, you know, don't look at Shukakugara, you can replace him. Zabuza, you can replace him as well. In fact, Itachi Itachi has the same kind of range, the hitbox as Zabuza for his regular jutsu. So you can always replace these units. But remember, limit break is the key, okay? Limit broken units make a difference. Limit broken 5 stars make a difference. Like I said, I already completed the under 28 mission, guys. I already did it with 5-star units as well, and they were you know, so limit broken is the key. It's gonna help a lot to limit break your 5 stars, and if you have 6 stars, definitely your 6 stars limit broken. That always helps a whole bunch, guys, a whole bunch. Trust me, it's worth it. That's what made the difference in this raid, is my limit broken. Even though I am bringing Zabuza and Shukakugara, believe me, and even my Sasuke, okay, believe me, it would not have been as effective if my Sasuke wasn't limit broken. Okay, it would not have been as effective if my Shukakugara and Zabuza wasn't limit broken. This would have been a lot more tougher, and it would have taken a lot more longer. At this point, I'm finally starting to unload on Gengo. Notice how the map is clear. Okay, notice how the map is clear. Before, I wanted to be careful with the minions. I wanted to be careful with where I placed my units and what I did. But notice how now the map is clear, and we are no longer dealing with those annoying minions. Now we can unload on Gengo, okay, and not worry too much about it. Because those minions are the ones who build up the damage, you know, comboing you and stuff, and it can really get annoying, okay? At this point, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. I didn't want to get too close because he does have like a reduction and stuff, so that's what I was trying to do. So we finally defeated Gengo, just like that. We were able to take him out now using Sasuke's Chidori, okay? And that's it, guys. We were able to do it. What do you guys think? I really hope that this helped you out. Remember, I do have an under 28. Check that out. Tayuya, really good for this raid. Tayuya, okay? Who else? I said Itachi, the purple Itachi, really good as well. Bundle Sakura, really good as well for this raid. So yeah, guys, you can definitely bring those units and they'll help you out. We got the limit break crystals. Yes, limit breaks are available, and if you are wondering whether I think it's worth limit breaking this unit or not, no, I do not think it is worth it right now. I'm focusing on limit breaking other units right now, so I would tell you to hold off unless this you think it's good, then go for it, and unless, you know, go for it. But I'm not focusing right now too much on limit breaking him because I'm focusing on other more important limit breaks. And that's what you got to do with limit breaks, guys. You got to choose who you want to limit break first and why. So yeah, you don't have to do it all at the same time. Don't be overwhelmed. You don't have to be overwhelmed, guys, okay? You can choose who you want to limit break, and in Gengo's case, I don't think he's priority compared to others. So thank you for leaving a like, showing your support. I always appreciate it. Make sure to check out the videos below, and at the end of this one, I always link 2 videos, like I said earlier, that you can click on whether you're on mobile or PC. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, okay, make sure to hit that bell to get notifications. My Twitter is there as well, okay, as you guys can see, and I will be back with more content. Goodbye, guys.